What if the future of Lakers greatness hinges not on the flash of a new superstar's arrival, but on the painful wisdom to know when to hold on and when to walk away? What if beneath the glittering veneer of the purple and gold, a storm brews, quietly, where every whispered phone call, every shadowed meeting, bends under the crushing weight of a legacy that refuses to fade quietly into history? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truth meets purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of this drama. Because right now, Lakers Nation, we stand at a crossroads. That's more than just about wins or losses. It's about the soul of this franchise. LeBron James, still defying father time at 40, isn't just playing these carving masterpieces on hardwood, with numbers that mock age itself. 24 points, nearly 8 rebounds, over 8 assists, and shooting over 51%. The king is still the king, a living legend who reshaped what it means to wear purple and gold for almost a decade. But here's the truth nobody dares say loud enough behind the scenes. The Lakers front office is orchestrating a seismic shift, a reckoning with time itself, faster and fiercer than anyone thought possible. Luka Doncic is no longer just a name tossed around in rumor mills. He's the emerging heartbeat of this franchise, anointed by destiny's harsh calculus. Rather than mere fanfare, this isn't a rebuild. It's a reckoning. Yet, the iron hand in this fragile balance is simple and brutal. The Lakers don't want to trade LeBron. The reverence runs deep, and the belief, perhaps stubborn or maybe wise, is that as long as the king remains healthy, the door to contention stays open. But LeBron holds a no-trade clause as his shield and scepter. If he chooses to stay, purple and gold are non-negotiable. Still, the NBA is a beast that never sleeps, and if LeBron ever signals a desire to move on, offers won't whisper, they'll roar with the fury of 1,000 storms. Among the wildest fantasies swirling through this tumultuous sea is a trade so bold it almost reads like fiction: the king and his son Bronny joining the Golden State Warriors, linking arms once again with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, a reunion that could shatter the league's foundation. In return, the Lakers would receive Jimmy Butler and a 2028 first-round pick swap, a deal dragging with it the scent of desperate measures and calculated risk. Imagine the chaos of that lineup, laced not just with NBA rivalry, but forged in Olympic gold at Paris 2024, LeBron and Steph as co-kings of the court, perhaps assembling one of the deadliest, most experienced units anyone has ever witnessed. From Golden State's vantage point, the logic is cold, ruthless. Steph is 36. Klay and Draymond are past their primes, and if the dynasty's last stand has a deadline, it is now or never. Adding LeBron seems the only path to extend their reign. For the Lakers, Jimmy Butler is no consolation prize. He's a playoff battler with championship heart, paired with the rising star of Luka Doncic, promising a spark that can't be ignored. But when we peel back the layers, this deal reveals raw, jagged edges, no young, blue-chip prospects, no assured bounty of draft picks that would hint at a true rebuild or restocking of the treasure chest. Is trading the greatest player of this generation, a man who has never been moved since his arrival in the league. For Butler and a complicated pick swap fair, the answer drifts in shadows, uncertain and haunting. Unless LeBron directly demands this move, Rob Pelinka and the front office will not settle for crumbs. They understand that should the king truly hit the market, the floodgates would open to monumental offers: multiple first-round picks, top-tier prospects, perhaps even other stars willing to uproot for a shot in LA. So, this rumored Warriors maneuver feels more like a tantalizing ghost than an immediate reality. But it fractures everything we thought we knew about this era's endgame. LeBron has commanded his path like no other, never tossed around in Cleveland, Miami, or here. To see the control slip at 40 would shake the very foundations of this franchise, and yet, the current Lakers roster could still be the crucible for one last titanic title run, even without the constellation of stars that have surrounded LeBron in years past. Then there's the intoxicating possibility looming just beyond the horizon. Could the Lakers crown their future not through frantic trades, but through visionary opportunity? Enter the names that have long echoed like distant thunder in LA: Carter's Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, and Nikola Jokic, the Serbian maestro, to MVPs and royalty on the hardwood. Insiders whisper that Giannis is the more plausible prize, and that reality alone bends the entire narrative. The Lakers have ceased building around LeBron now. This is the Luka Doncic epoch. When LeBron steps aside, whether by retirement or some other path, the franchise unlocks a sea of cap space and an empty throne, a superstar vacancy that could redraw the map of Lakers basketball forever. But this pursuit is no walk in the park. The superstar market is a merciless war zone blocked by loyalty, culture, unmovable contracts. Yet cracks are visible in Milwaukee. Desperation bolts have been thrown to anchor Giannis. But another early playoff exit could fracture even the strongest bonds. According to top insider Yon Buha, Giannis might stick around past the trade deadline or even into next season. But if the Bucks stumble again, the Freak finds himself at a crossroads, and this kingdom of purple and gold might just call him home. Meanwhile, Denver and its jewel, Jokic, seem unshakable, steady contenders with no signs of departure, so the Lakers watch and wait, their patience taut as a drawn bowstring, ready to pounce when the moment presents itself. Picture the sheer magnitude of Giannis and Doncic donning Lakers colors together to Titans, crafting not just a championship contender, but a chapter for the ages. We remember the legends who redefined eras: Kobe and Shaq, LeBron and Wade, Steph and KD, duos that did more than win rings, that altered basketball's very DNA. Could Giannis and Luka be the heirs to that throne? Their shared international bond adds a tantalizing layer. Giannis, Jokic, Doncic, three global icons connected by friendship away from the flashing lights. A chemistry that could rewrite the rules if one wills a move to Hollywood. But dreams remain dreams as contracts bind and loyalties hold firm. Still, remember, Luka in Lakers gold once seemed fantasy and now it's reality. The pressing question echoes: can Rob Pelinka weave his magic once more? Can he conjure the masterstroke that sparks another Lakers dynasty? History warns us never to count this franchise out. They've done it with Kareem, with Shaq, with LeBron, pulling off the unthinkable by landing Luka. Giannis or Jokic could be the next grand pieces falling into place, or perhaps a silent figureweights in shadows, a future star poised to light up the Hollywood nights. Yet, the Lakers aren't content with dreams alone. They're acting. Their latest move speaks volumes louder than whispers, signing Marcus Smart to a 2-year, $11 million deal after his buyout from Washington. Drop your rawest take in the comments below. I'll be reading every single one, because Lakers Nation, mark my words, this story is far from over, and every whisper, every decision, every breath we take could be the moment that changes everything. Listen up, Lakers Nation, I'm yelling this from the edge of my soul, because if you don't feel the tremor running through purple and gold veins right now, you might already be asleep at the wheel. This isn't just basketball. This is the very essence of what it means to bleed Lakers purple, to fight for every last breath of greatness in the city of angels. LeBron's twilight years aren't some slow fade into a nostalgic haze. They are the final lines in a saga that's swelling with questions louder than any buzzer-beater, questions that peel back the varnish from our shiny championship banners to reveal the raw, jagged fear underneath. What happens when the king's crown is lifted from its throne, not with violence, but with quiet inevitability? Anthony Davis, the powerful colossus who's borne the weight of this era's expectations, clutches his Achilles tendons and trembling shoulders. A warrior scarred by injuries and heartbreak, still hungry, but haunted by what could have been. The burden on AD is a Sisyphean climb, now shouldering the hopes of a franchise that has asked too much for too long. And Bronny, the future framed by impossible odds. Spotlight so bright it threatens to burn through the veneer of a name that could either carry the legacy or shatter under it. Imagine the weight of the purple and gold wrapped around a 19-year-old's shoulders. The son of the king stepping not just onto the NBA stage, but into a labyrinth of expectations stitched deep into every corner of this town. Then Austin Reeves, the scrappy underdog, the hometown hero, shooting fire from the corner with the kind of heart that makes 7 rings on the ceiling scream his name, is now asked not softly, but ruthlessly, 2 more from promising role player to potential cornerstone if this dynasty reshapes itself in midair. But beyond the players, the true storm rages inside the marble halls of Lakers management, where Jeannie Buss commands, like a queen holding a precipice, balancing tradition with necessity. Yet what if her throne faces a challenge by some billionaire, disrupted the kind of power with pockets too deep to resist reshaping this franchise into something unrecognizable? Someone who doesn't just want to own a team, but to rewrite its DNA overnight. The conflicted loyalties, the whispers of betrayal, the cold calculus of business entwined with the city's dreams. Lakers basketball has never been just sport. It's an emotional battlefield where power plays play out like Shakespearean tragedies, where decisions carry the weight of immortality or obscurity. Go back and think about the 80s Showtime Lakers, magical, fast, irrepressible, a team that didn't just win games, they changed the fabric of basketball forever. Then remember Shaq and Kobe's three-peat as the dawn of a new era, raw power mixed with relentless ambition, and the 2010 revenge title that cemented Kobe's legacy as a warrior of relentless will. The 2020 bubble championship, an emotional baptism of fire in a pandemic-stricken world. The last pure moment of togetherness for King James and AD before the fractures set in. Every glorious peak was matched by valleys drenched in pain, injuries, locker room discord, unspeakable trade rumors, and devastating playoff exits that stripped away even the most hopeful illusions. What if all those memories, ecstatic and tragic, are just the prologue for a recalibration so fierce that either catapults us back to the summit or shatters the dream into 1,000 jagged pieces? Now, zoom out and see the Western Conference swirling with fresh threats and familiar foes circling the carcass of fading dynasties. The Golden State Warriors, once untouchable, now a patchwork of aging vets and fractured chemistry, waiting for the Lakers to falter so they can pounce. Denver, steady and sinister, with Nikola Jokic pulling strings like a chess grandmaster poised to checkmate the league. Phoenix, hungry and volatile, with Devin Booker and Adri Ayton ready to claw back the crown many think is theirs for the taking. The Clippers, the defeated rivals of many dark nights, spitting fire to reclaim relevance. Eyes on reshaping the balance of power with every aggressive move. The ripple effect of these Lakers moves, Marcus Smart's fire, the looming potential of Giannis or Jokic could shake the foundation of the entire conference. But what if the Lakers miss? What if the timing is just off, the chemistry fractured beyond repair, and a generation's chance slips through our fingers like sands in a cracked hourglass? The tension is more than just a whisper in the locker room, it's a thunderclap in the streets, a roar in the Crypto.com arena, where you can almost hear the ghosts of Magic, Kareem, Kobe, and Shaq stirring, watching, judging. This isn't just a team, it's a living, breathing legend at the edge of transformation or collapse. The game clock ticks relentless and unforgiving. The front office waits for the perfect storm to strike that trade, that call, that signing that flips the script entirely. But the fans, oh, the fans are the heartbeats running through this narrative. We clutch our purple scarves and golden hats. We shout until our voices crack. We argue in parking lots and tweets, because for us, every moment out there is the sacred pulse of a dream called Lakers basketball. As a Laker till the day I die, here's what I see coming. This franchise is on the knife's edge of rebirth or ruin, an epic that might redefine what it means to fight for glory or cower before the inevitable fading of legends. We're not just watching a team, we're witnessing the next chapter in a saga that will echo in the halls of Staples Center and into the very soul of Los Angeles for decades. Now, I want to hear it from you. Drop your raw take below. Every true believer in purple and gold, because this storm is just beginning. And the question isn't whether the Lakers fall or fly. It's how ferociously they'll fight when the world expects them to break.